Hello everybody, this is Mr. Storm and this is video 2 for computer programming. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to download and install your IDE and how to install the SDK for the language that we're going to use. Now, the IDE that we are going to use in this class is called Visual Studio. Now, Visual Studio is an application developed by Microsoft, and it's focused on, developing really any programming language whatsoever. The nice thing about Visual Studio is that you can install as many SDKs as you want and use it to program in really any language. To be honest, Visual Studio is the only IDE that I use. And I have a bunch of SDKs installed for all the for all the languages that I write. And so I'm going to teach you how to install Visual Studio. If you already know how to install applications, it's actually pretty simple. If you navigate to visualstudio.microsoft.com, then you will get to this page here. Now, depending on how long it's been since I've made this video and how frequent Microsoft decides to update their website, this may not look the same. But essentially what you're looking for is you want to find the Visual Studio IDE and you want to download the community version, right? Professional and enterprise, those are versions that you have to pay for, and I don't actually want you paying for it. And quite frankly, the community version, the free version, does everything. Everything you want. Everything you would ever need in a programming IDE. Now, the reason why there's a professional and enterprise version is because as you start developing applications and if you start making money, if you build a business around software development, there are some features in the professional or enterprise versions that you may want at that point. But just for us, for learning, it's fine to get the free Community 2017. Now, I've clicked on that link and I'm waiting for it to pull me into the next page. All right, so now it's automatically started downloading my file here. It's pretty much that easy. Now, the one thing I'm not going to reinstall it because I already have it installed, but once you have it installed, this is what your application is going to look like. This is Microsoft Studio or Microsoft Visual Studio. Now up here, you'll notice that I have my Visual Studio is linked to my Microsoft account. Now, Visual Studio is free to use for 30 days, and you can download it and use it for 30 days for free. After that, it's still free, but you need to link it to your Microsoft account, right? If you don't have a Microsoft account, that's okay. You can use it for the 30 days, and then we'll see if we can get around the Microsoft account stuff. But it's free to create a Microsoft account, and there are a lot of benefits to it. For one, you get online versions of Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint. You can also save your files on your Microsoft OneDrive. It's free. There's really no reason not to create a Microsoft account. Now, I will tell you that if you are going to sign up for a Microsoft account, you must use your utahmilitaryacademy.org email address, okay? If you sign up for any accounts in this class, it has to be under your UMA email address, your school email address, okay? Do not sign up under your personal email account because this is school related, so it needs to be linked to your school account. All right, so this is what Microsoft Visual Studio looks like. Now, when you first install it, yours is going to look different because you're not going to have any recent documents that you've been working on. You're not going to have any projects down here that you can start up. The problem is you aren't going to have any IDE or you're not going to have any SDKs installed, right? And so for us, we need to actually create a new project and then install the SDKs that we want. So I'm going to go New Project, and this menu will pull up. And again, you're not going to have most of this stuff, right? Because you don't have the SDKs installed for that language. It's actually really easy to install the SDKs. Let me show you. Right down here, it says not finding what you're looking for. Open Visual Studio Installer. So if I click that, it will ask me if I really do want to go, and I'll say yes. And it'll open up here. Okay, perfect. So this is the Microsoft Visual Studio installer. Once this loads, we'll be able to see all the different SDKs that we can install for all the languages that we want to learn. For us, there's really one that we need to pay attention to, and I will show you which one you need to grab in just a second once this loads. This is taking quite a bit of time. Alrighty. Well, it's not taking as long as it could if I was actually going through and installing all this stuff on my own. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, okay, here we go. So in this menu, I can see that I have different SDKs that I can install. For example, Universal Windows Platform Development. Basically, this will allow me to build Windows applications in C Sharp, Visual Basic, JavaScript, or C++. Great, okay, that's fine. That's probably one we would want, but let's not click on that. We also have the .NET desktop environment, or desktop development. This is the one you want. Okay, you want to click on this and install this package. We need this package, okay? This is the package that we are going to use, right? So you want the .NET desktop development package. You want to install that for this class. But there's tons of others, right? If we were focusing on C++, we can download that. This is for web development, HTML, JavaScript. Here's some others for Azure, so Python, Node.js. If we want to develop Office applications and PowerPoint or SharePoint applications, we can download that. Down here is what we're going to need for the second half of the school year. You don't need to install this yet because when we download Unity and install that, it'll actually come with it. But these are all packages that we can install. Again, the only one we care about right now is the .NET desktop environment. So you're going to click that, and down here you're going to click install. And once that's done, you will have your IDE and your SDK for the programming language that we're going to learn. All right. So in the next video, I'm actually going to show you how to start developing applications pretty much right from the new project window. We will build our first application together, and you will see that programming might be a little scary at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. So I'm excited to get started, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks for paying attention.